All right, this week's fun tip of the week is about some geography. What country flag is your project? You can see here holding a flag. And we can think about our projects sometimes as resembling country flags. And there's three in particular different patterns that I see on our projects. So the first, if you think of Guinea, is a project that's in red status, but slowly making its way through yellow and then improves over time to green if I go left to right. Conversely, you get the flag of Mali, which is a lot of projects, right, that are in green, then they have some risks and go to yellow, and ultimately trend to red. But the country you don't want to be is Mayo, which, by the way, is actually a county in Ireland, but it made the metaphor work. I couldn't find a similar country flag. So post in the comments if you think I'm missing a flag here. But that flag is where the project begins green and then suddenly jumps straight to red, no yellow in between. So you can see where the metaphor goes. And if a project starts out green and then it hits unacknowledged risks, well then it could go to yellow and then ultimately red like Molly, which is again that's a normal progression of projects, and I don't think there's anything wrong with yellow or red in terms of transparency because then that allows us to take some action to remediate them. But if they're ignored entirely and the project jumps from green to red, then I think there is a problem, and especially executives don't like surprises, and effective risk management gives you that yellow steady state, or it determines that, hey, I've identified a risk and a warning buffer so that you can actually take some action before it escalates. And so that's why tracking risks is important. It prevents the surprises and keeps the teams grounded, and then ultimately it gives you some time to take some actions, mitigate your problems, and move back to green like Guinea. So, a little bit of fun, but to fly your flag and think about this, right? If your project was a country, which flag would it show? And if it's starting to look like Mayo, where it's going to go from green to red, then you may want to think about some indicators, and are you tracking your risks and identifying the challenges early enough so that you can find those early indicators, stick some yellow in between, and remediate those risks. And you want to create that culture where raising it is expected and not punished, so that you can return to true green and keep your citizens happy and informed. Good luck with your countries.